You see, something is going to happen. Something wonderful.
My God, it's full of stars.
What is up, and welcome to the NY Patriot Show. As you can see in the title of this little episode, this little short one that I'm doing, this is on the Louisville shooting that just happened not too long ago. The reason I am covering this, well, one, I am into true crime, but I'm also covering this because just like the last shooting I covered, I saw the same exact numbers over and over and over again in this that I saw over and over and over again in the last shooting. So I thought it was rather interesting and wanted to just touch on it and put it out there and maybe get some feedback from the listeners and the people watching about what they think about all these things, all these numbers just popping up constantly now. It's very, very weird to me. First, I do want to at least make a disclaimer. I am not saying these people have not been shot. I am not saying this is 100% fake. I'm not saying this is a distraction because of Trump. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm just saying that these numbers are coming up over and over and over again. I don't know, fake, real, psyop, distraction. I don't know, but if this stuff is actually real and keeps happening, there is something up with these numbers, and it's really weird. Who knows what it is? I know I had touched on the last episode, maybe something to do with just the energy and the mathematics of what we're seeing in this, reality. Very weird. And here we go with the article. Louisville shooting, 6 killed, including gunmen, after active incident at Kentucky Bank. 5 people have been killed in a shooting at Old National Bank in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. Now, if this is correct, because I have seen other articles where it's only saying 5 dead, maybe they have not, included the gunman. But if this is correct, where it was 5 people and the gunman, we're getting 6 people dead and shot again, just like the last one. 5 people have been killed in shooting at an Old National Bank in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. The shooter is dead, but the circumstances of the death remain unclear. Deputy Police Chief Paul Humphrey said on Monday the shooter was dead when the police arrived at the scene. At approximately 8:30 a.m. in the morning, Louisville Metro Safe received a report of shots fired and a possible active shooter at 333 East Main Street. And what really sucks, and I'm going to be totally honest with you, and I may have actually have to even toss these into the picture, but like these news articles are even changing as I'm like getting ready to record the show. It doesn't say it on here, but I'll throw up this other picture. The Louisville Metro Police Department tweeted at 8:53 Eastern Time. 8:53. You're getting an 8 and an 8 again. Crazy 8s. At approximately 8:30, we get the 8 and the 3 again this morning. I'm not going to repeat all that. The shooter at 333 East Main Street at the Old National Bank. Luckily, in this article 15 minutes ago, said it was at the 300 block of East Main Street, and I was going to have to show the address to the bank, but at least they've changed that and made that easy for me. You get 333 East Main Street, 369. 33 in there as well. We're already seeing these numbers, and I'm, 3 paragraphs in. Shortly after, officers arrived on the scene with mobile Metro, fire, and EMS, where they encountered active gunshots still being fired inside the location at the time. The shooter was confirmed to be dead on the scene, he added. We do not know exactly the circumstances of his death at this time. 5 people have been confirmed to have been killed inside, he said, adding that at least 6 have been transported to the University of Louisville Hospital, including 1 officer with various injuries. So, like, we may have 5 people killed, then the shooter, 6 dead, and now possibly, I guess, 6 also being transported to the hospital. So there we're getting the 6s and the 6s again. I'm going to add in some of the stuff that has disappeared already from this article. At 9:27 ET, police added on Twitter that we are confirming reports of an active aggressor on the 300 block of East Main Street. Again, 9:27. We had a bunch of 9 and 27 in Nashville school shooting. Same numbers. 6 minutes later at 9:33 ET, the Louisville FBI field office tweeted that FBI Louisville special agents have responded to the scene of this morning's shooting in downtown Louisville at 9:33. 6 minutes later, 9:27. Same numbers over and over and over again. Very, very fucking weird to me. We are unable to confirm the status of those who have been transported at this time. I will reiterate that this is an ongoing investigation. This information is preliminary and will be updated shortly. Yeah, like I said before, I was even going to include another link showing the bank's address, but the bank's address is 333 East Main Street, Suite 100. Again, I've even showed in Michael Myers movies and other horror movies addresses where these killers come from, 100, 1,000, or whatever. It's always a 1 and a bunch of zeros. But coincidence. Louisville, Kentucky, 40202. We got 44. We got 8. Again, we're getting the same freaking numbers over and over and over again. There's also a good There's also a good chance that I will be covering this later on as we get more information. But right now, from the things that I have seen with this, I mean, you're already seeing the same numbers off the bat. Right away. 6, 9, 27, 33, 333. Very weird. 6 murdered or 6 dead. 6 going to the hospital. And if we want to throw another 6 in there, if you go on, Old International, if you look up the stuff on the bank. About Old International. Old National Bancorp, the holding company of Old National Bank, is the 6th largest commercial bank headquartered in the Midwest. But as you can see, I mean, it's also the 6th largest commercial bank headquartered. Again, just very weird stuff with these numbers that we're seeing already. And as more news comes out on the people's names or anything or any other stuff that gets released, I may be going over that and covering that in the same aspect I did the last episode with the Nashville school shooting. And what I'm really doing right now is playing with the numbers and stuff. I may also add some Kabbalah and Gematria into it as more stuff comes out. But for right now, I really just wanted to point this stuff out and put it out there. We're getting the same numbers again for the same situation. Something the fuck is up to me. Very, very weird. And again, I just want to reiterate myself. I am not saying these people didn't die. I am not saying that this is staged. Not saying it's a look over here, but don't look over there. Not saying that. I'm taking this as if it actually happened. And the numbers game is just weird enough. And if there's anything that the listeners have come across or the people watching this that you find interesting and you think you can add to it, please toss it into the comments. Send it my way. If there was something that maybe I left out. Like I said before, I may be covering this again later on tonight. So, I mean, even if there's new stuff and people want to send it to me, I'll take a look at it. I would also like to get the listeners' ideas as well. What do you think is up with these numbers thing? Is it just a coincidence? Do you see something going on here? Commonality with these numbers for the same type of situation? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just losing it. But I think there's something there. That is the end of this one. Thank you all for checking this out and listening. I will hopefully be updating this situation as we go along with the info coming out and trying to maybe tie it to some more Kabbalah and Gematria like I did with the Nashville school shooting. Yeah. That is the end of this NY Patriot short episode. And until the next one, see you all later.